Hello. It is 1:04 a.m. in Chicago, and I decided, and I did one of my, sleep all evening 3 hour naps, and I'm awake and I've done my work, and I decided, why not go live? Why not? Why not? We'll see who my late night bird people are, see who sees me. And so if you watch this in the replay, I just have a few instructions for you. It would be really helpful if you just follow these instructions. Leave a comment, say hello, tell me something good going on in your life. Hey Michelle, matter of fact, tell me something good, tell me something, leave me leave me what's been going on in your life. I like to hear good or bad. And leave hi Miffy, hi Tammy. And if not that, just leave an emoji. Just leave an emoji telling me how you feel. Give me an emoji that tells me how you feel right now. And leave likes if you don't want to do that. And subscribe. I stopped asking people to subscribe, but then it's like I don't think people they forget to subscribe if you don't say something, and they don't comment if you don't tell them to. So I'm telling y'all what to do. I'm giving y'all instructions. Okay, thank you, because that helps my channel. If y'all interact with me, you like me. Don't just watch this and not interact. Okay, so anyway, hey, how are you all doing? So yeah, I slept from about 7 something till about 10:30. Got up a couple of times to go pee, but that don't count because I was not awake. But I knew I was doing that on purpose because I needed to get some work done and I was a little tired. So I took a nap and I did finish my work. Daisy Sense. Well, hello. See, that's why I have to go live in the middle of the night so my people overseas can hang out with me. Yeah, I do. I didn't drink as much water though today. I only drank like maybe 70 ounces. So I really, I didn't have a lot of water today. But that's true because I can't make it through the night. I wish I could sleep through the night, but the reality is my bladder ain't set up that way no more. My bladder be like, no wench. No wench. Plus, I had to. I'm watching Bakari first thing in the morning before school because B is going to get her hair done. Oh, you gonna be up. You gonna be up and down then. Because she's going to get her hair done at 6 a.m. Okay, well, you need to drink 70 ounces of plain water in a week. How about that? You need to drink at least 64 ounces in a day. I need, clearly I need to be the water police. Man, okay, my bladder is functioning well. Let me just tell you. My skin looks good too. Okay, so I have a haul for you all, and then I'll go into my day and my meltdown at work. And so I'm gonna give you the agenda. Like in class, I have to give an agenda. So here's the agenda. We're gonna do the haul, and then I'm gonna talk about my meltdown at work today. You know, I'm gonna share my meltdown at work today because I officially had a meltdown. I had a meltdown. Okay, just want you to know. So anyway, so let's go. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I have a haul. I'm trying not to. I'm honestly trying to slow down because I don't want to just be a hauling person. Because like I've noticed, I've been watching a lot of hauls lately, but I'm like, okay, well, you have something else for me to watch, and hey, cousin. And the other thing is, I'm not a real tag person. Like they do all the tag videos here on YouTube. I'm not a big tag person. Hey, Rita. Um, okay, you haven't found a tag. Let me tell you what you're gonna go. But ain't no Whole Foods by you. Whole Foods has a pineapple mango green tea. That's a great green tea. I'm just telling you. But anyway, so I don't want to just be like, oh, I got some new stuff, and I'm not good with the tags. So, well, really, technically, though, if you're drinking tea without sugar and it's sugarless, um, it's kind of like drinking water. So that's your way of getting your water. I'm gonna give you that one. Because if you drink tea without sweeteners, pretty much you drinking water. You just drinking a little flavored water. That's pretty much what you're doing. So I'm gonna give you that one. Yay for the picture. Okay. So you slipped in and got some water. No, because I ain't gonna lie. I need some sugar in my iced tea. But I drink enough. The peach tea is good. Celestial seasoning peach tea. I do like peach tea. Okay. Okay, so let's get to this haul and then because I don't know how long it'll be up because I've been up for a couple of I don't know. I've been up since what 10:30. Yeah. Okay. So I have my five. I can buy five. I'm trying to only buy five in a month. Um oh yeah, celestial seasons peach is very good. I'm trying to only do five in a month. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is an honest moment in the middle of the night. I failed this month, but I'm not gonna get anything else. So I'm one over. I did. I'm already in a failure, but I'm not gonna get anything else in September. So my failure isn't like huge. It's just a little failure. The other one hasn't come here yet, so that's why I decided let me do this one because hey, I'm a work in progress. Um, but I will show this because I'm showing this part of it because this worked into my under 100. Right, you gotta have some late night confessions, you know. These are my confessions. I started doing my Usher. So I have these five, but they are under. Hey, I only did five last month. I did good. So I made the five last month. This month messed me up because see, like last month I was able to do the five because I bought one and then I didn't buy anything else. So then by the time I bought some more, it was the end of the month and it was all good. This time I fucked up. I just have to say I fucked up. I don't know. September 1st happened. Well, September 1st happened and I bought four. And then the second happened, I bought the fifth one. So I don't know. So I'm gonna be good the rest of the month though. I'm gonna be good because I got things I'm gonna do with the ones I have. I got plans. I got plans on some content. So anyway, shut up, Michelle. Anyway, I have some fragrances, and I will talk about. So we'll talk about the fragrances that I got, and they are all under $100. Now, one of them is barely under 100, but that's not the problem. It still met the criteria of under 100. So let's just go. And I bought a celebrity fragrance. I never buy celebrity fragrances. I know people love them. Sofia Vergara, J Lo, all of them. Whatever. I just don't buy them. I have Elizabeth and James. That's what I have. I have that one. I have bourbon, Nirvana bourbon, and that's it. So I got one more now. So let's start. Okay. So let's go with the first ones, and then I'll get to those. Okay. So anyway, let me just start. Let me look this one up. Because I'm talking on and we still don't know what the hell I got. You can tell it's late night. You can tell it's late night. Okay, so this one, let me tell you a story behind this one. I saw this one. I don't either. I don't really either. And that's such a snobby way to think. That's such a snobby way. Uh, yeah, Elizabeth and James, they do have a higher end line. It does, so anyway, I got so this one I actually saw it on Royalty Sense. And then I said, well, let me look it up. And then I saw the price and I said, Royalty Sense lost they damn man if they think somebody gonna pay $20 for this one when I can buy the whole damn bottle for 25. So this is Oscar De La Renta's Velvet Noir. I kid you not, I found it on Fragrance Net for under $30 for this big ass bottle. And that's why you have to check shit on these subscription services because, They do have some good stuff where you're getting a good deal on a decan, and then they slip some shit in like this on your ass. And if you're not smart enough to look, you will pay $20 for a decan of something that you can buy a whole damn bottle for 20 something dollars. So this is Velvet Noir. Why does it keep doing that? No, that's not a good one. Okay, so this is Velvet Noir. The notes are, it was launched in 2016. Yeah, you have to watch them. Notes are sweet orange, ginger, jasmine, and orange blossom. Middle heart notes are violet, rose, and osmanthus. Hi, Alicia. And base notes are musk, amber, and oud. So I've already tried this on. Now, first off, the bottle's a little gaudy, but it's not too gaudy. But like I said, this damn thing is like 20 something dollars. Kid you not. So got this one. Now, let me tell you what I think of it. Now, I tried it on the skin and everything. The ginger has a fizzy quality to it. It's almost like putting ginger ale on. For some reason on my skin, and when I smell it, the ginger has like this kind of fizziness to it. So it's got that spicy fizzy, and then it does have oud, and it does have some oud to it. It I think this is a really good oud. If you want to try something like this, you don't want to spend a lot of money, so you buy this, and it's a nice oud to start with. The oud is kind of strong, but the rose comes through. But it does have this kind of fizziness from the ginger. It really does kind of vibe like almost like ginger ale on your skin. But as it dries down, so it kind of almost has that beginning smell to me, like Tom Ford's Black Orchid. Not quite as baby pillish, but it can vibe almost there. It actually smells really good. Now I haven't really worn it. I'll talk about it another time. But it doesn't seem like it has that great of longevity, but you need to overspray it, because it's definitely one of those things I think you need to overspray. But at 20 some dollars, who cares? I'll overspray all day. I'll overspray anyway. I don't care how much I pay. But yeah, it smells good. And like on my skin, like when I smelled it on in the box, because I sprayed it in the box, it was like, I don't know. But on my skin, it was much better. The rose and the oud came out better. The fizzy quality didn't last as long, because when I sprayed it on the box, when I first tried to, just testing it out, it was like, oh, this shit ain't never going away. And it was not in a good way. But really on the skin is much better. So that is Oscar Velvet Noir. Those are my first impressions. But the box is kind of cute though. Look at this box. It's kind of like, got a little raised stuff on it. I keep all my boxes just in case I decide to sell it. I do keep boxes. The thing is, the boxes are starting to overrun. Okay, so that was that one. Okay, so now, what? Oh, okay, so I opened up something and it fucked up my thing. So I'm going to have to restart my computer in a little bit. Yeah, shit. Okay, you know how you open up a page and it messes up? Right. Hi, Leah. Okay, so this is what I do. Let me tell y'all what I do. I've come up with a system. I had some of these left over because I changed up some things. So I have these like little folder boxes. So I get a bunch and I get them all in there, and then I keep them stored on top of a closet. Now that this is my place, the closet in the front. They're like because it's a longer closet and it's got an upper shelf. So I'm like kind of lining them up there. Yeah. So. And what I'm going to do, though, is I'm actually going to go through my boxes for the ones that I really know that I'm going to keep. I'm never going to sell. So if it starts to really get to that point, I'm going to go through. And when I get rid of stuff, like, then I'm going to take them out. Like, I'm probably going to get rid of my Maison Lancome boxes soon, because I ain't never going to sell them. So that's why I'm still like, if I know, okay, you are gonna stay, you're sticking here, I might get rid of their boxes. But then again, just in case I move, it's easier to move them in their boxes. Put them back in their boxes and then pack them, much safer. So I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I'm not trying to move no time soon though. Okay, but anyway, let's go back. So next up on this train of how I wound up. Well, no, this is the last one. Okay, I'll wait on that one. I'll make that the last one. Oh yeah, wild motherfucking wild python ain't going nowhere, so I might as well toss that box. That Rose is greedy. I mean, there's something I can just know I will not be selling. Okay, so then now this is what? Stop doing this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through this quick because there's an issue. There, I opened up. This what happen when you be cheating on shit. You be plagiarizing. Now I done fucked up my damn computer. I'm gonna have to restart it. Okay, so this is No Bill 1942. So this one was I've heard a few people talking about it. I think I've heard like Emmy's World of Fragrance. She's in Canada. We have similar tastes. I like her stuff. I gotta stop watching her though because she like Danny watching. Like Emmy and Rose, Dr. Rose. I kind of like watching Dan, like talking to Danny, when it comes to makeup, where, I'll be like, they always got some new shit, and you be like, oh, maybe I need to get it. So I have to stop watching her. Stop this. Yeah, it's fucking up. Okay. I'm gonna have to get off here. Let it reset. Shit. Okay. So I've been hearing about this. And then in Dr. Rose and Perfume Corner, the group I'm really more perfumey active in, that somebody put this in and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, you know what? Let's just see what it looks like. Let's just see, can we find it? Because the other thing was, I don't like to pay full price if I don't have to. So I've been seeing this company, No Bill 1942. And so this is one in particular that women are talking about. So, okay, so I'm going to do like this. Exit that page. I'm gonna have to do like this. Okay, did I do that right? Okay, sorry. I'm having issues, so let me see. Okay, so this is the one that I've been hearing about. It was called La Danzas de la. Y'all figure that out. La Danza de la, whatever. So first off, you gotta love packaging. So it's got, I have a thing for the ones that slide out like this. Something about it just seems more luxurious to me. Or is it just me? It's like, oh, you slide it out this way? It's so much more luxurious. So anyway, here it is. It's got a very, it's got a very old world vibe to their bottles. Just a very old world vibe. Now, I've kind of sprayed this one. Y'all talking about my pronunciation? Listen, I guess I could have gone on Google and had them translate it for me. La danza de, say it for me. Okay, so here we go. I hate when they have these really long ass sayings to them. Okay, let me just get the top notes. Now it's like a paragraph, and I couldn't find just to look. Okay, so anyway, the top notes are bergamot and apple. Then they have cedar, cinnamon, musk, vanilla, and coconut. Yeah, it's got a lot because it's kind of got that Joe Malone vibe, the shape of it. But then it's kind of got the Lancome vibe. Then it's got, it's just very just all over the place. Okay, so anyway, let's see how this smells. So anyway, this made the cut because this was like, I found it on Fragrance X for $99.73. So it is under $100. Boom. Is it much under $100? Absolutely not. But it still is under $100. Okay. Now, right off the bat, I get straight lemon cake. It's got that lemon. It's got the vanilla. Hey. It's under 100. It's under 100. Hey, I did not lie. They're all under 100. Yeah, it's definitely got this lemon cakey vibe. I know I don't really get the apple like I would like yet. The apple, okay. Oh, the apple's coming out. So it's gonna be an apple lemon cake. Oh man. Okay, so this is definitely a little gourmandy vibe. Apple lemon cake. Hey Jenny, how are you? You know what, Jenny? I knew you was gonna show up because it's after 1 a.m. Because you know you late night Jenny. I see you late nights. Now if I come on at like 6 o'clock, I might not see Jenny. But if I come on at 1 o'clock in the morning, Jenny might show up. Yeah, okay, so I can't wait to put this on. But it is really pretty. It's definitely lemon cakey. It's definitely a gourmand. It's definitely lemon cakey. It's gorgeous. So is it only 11:30? Okay, see that's why. But I'm just saying, I know if I come on late nights, you will make my laugh. Yeah, so this is like really pretty. Oh, but look at it. I mean, it's got like on the sides and everything. This is a really pretty vibe. This is really pretty. This is really good. Okay, so this is No Bill 1942 La Danza della la Blue la blah blah blah. Whatever that is. But anyway, liking it. It's pretty, it's really pretty, and it's under $100. Now these two I haven't smelled yet. So next up on the under $100 train is this one. We'll go with this one. This is my let me get it out. This is my celebrity scent. And I had heard about the celebrity scent off and on. So, but it's never, there's what I heard, it really wasn't around and you couldn't get it and stuff like that. But I happened to be on Fragrance Net, and I don't know how I found this damn thing, but this was it. Queen of Hearts. Hi, Yvonne, you're new. Queen of Hearts by Queen Latifah. Now, one of the things I did hear was that it's very, it's doesn't smell celebrity, as they say. And I'm assuming the reason why they say it doesn't smell celebrity is because a lot of celebrity fragrances tend towards sweetness, sweet, kind of candy-ish kind of vibes. I mean, that's the vibe we think of, like Ariana Grande. Not to say that people don't. Well, hello, Michelle. I didn't see you. How am I gonna say hi if I don't see you? Oh. Oh, because I didn't see you, Michelle. Michelle, you know you special. Oh, okay, I got scissors. I'm like, right. So, I heard that this wasn't, it wasn't like, sugary sweet or anything. Definitely doesn't have that celeb vibe. Right, because you special, girl. Okay, here we go. I got it all. Okay, so sorry for the crinkling, because I know people don't like you to crinkle, but I forgot to open these up. So anyway, this is Queen of Hearts by Queen Latifah. The notes are, I hate when they do that. They put the whole damn thing. What? Yeah. Okay, so it's got a lot of notes. So let me just go on through them. Okay, top notes are citruses, bergamots, green notes, cinnamon, and plum. Well, I've heard people say, I don't like the sound of that. So, So it's cinnamon and plum. Mid-note, heart notes is jasmine, white flowers, and red berries. The base is musk, patchouli, amber, incense, vanilla, and what is this? Olibanum. So let's see how it smells. Because like I said, I heard that it's kind of good. We'll see. We shall see. Right off the bat, I don't like this packaging, Queen. You could have gone better than this. Oh, and then okay, so it's raised on the heart is raised on one side, it's indented on the other side. You know that's right, because you know somebody did say about me eating my Korean nachos. You should be eating on camera. You should be doing this. Fuck your ass. Oh, so I'll take okay. After we go through the fragrances, I have some things to discuss. Besides mine, for the people who are new, we have an agenda tonight. So the agenda is haul first, then my meltdown. Well, I might do then talk about something I'm working on. Okay, anyway. So this is Queen of Hearts. The funny thing is, I find interesting is that people really be letting these motherfucking trolls control their channel. I wish a motherfucker would. Okay. I definitely get the plum. Getting a little cinnamon. It's okay. It does not give off like celebrity scent though. It's definitely gives a little more. It's not that sugary sweet. The plum is nice though, because I love plum. Um, got a little cinnamon. It's a little spicier. I'll definitely need to see how this smells, but it smells like something to me. It's kind of familiar to me. Not a bad familiar, but it is familiar. But it probably smells like a lot of things I have because I do tend toward things like plummy. Oh, definitely a fall scent. It's nice, but it reminds me of something I have. But it's probably because of the plum note with the spices. Velvet rope. I don't have that one. Who makes that? Now, okay, now Yvonne, I can't do nothing with that until October. I have to check the pricing and see if it's something I will wear, because I've already bought my 5. Yeah, I have to see how it smells on the skin. But it smells like something similar to something I have, probably because of the plum notes and the spiciness and the incense. And I've been kind of like vibing with that for the fall. So this is, we'll see how this is. It will come up in my blind buys. Oh yeah, that red bottle is. Who makes that velvet rope? I have to check and see if it's. So here's another one, and I happened to see somebody talk about this one time on. It was just a random. You know how you like randomly watch somebody on YouTube. It's I don't know. I was like randomly watching something, and it was some lady. I don't even know her name. I don't think I've ever watched her since. But she mentioned this perfume because I've noticed that a lot of people are doing perfume videos. Um, um, So this is Amber Mystique by Estee Lauder. Now, first off, let's just talk about how pretty this bottle is. This is another one that screams fall and winter. Look at this beautiful color on here. No, I know. See, Michelle, you just came in late. I had a late night confession, and I admitted that I've done it. Okay. So, ouch. So yeah, I saw somebody talk about this, and then I started deep diving into it, and I really didn't hear a lot of people talking about it, but it sounds delicious. I like a good amber perfume, so it sounds delicious. This one was about the Queen of Hearts. Let me tell y'all the price. Queen of Hearts was in the 20s, I think. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this was in the 20s. So this was like $20-something. It was very inexpensive. Okay, let me put this. I have it on here. I'm doing that today. Okay, so Amber Mystique. It is an Oriental floral, which is not surprising because we know I love an Oriental. Oh no, this is an Oriental woody. I love a good Oriental. I'm an Oriental floral, Oriental. Right? Yes, you love you some Estee Lauder. So ouch. Okay, so now let me see what it has. Okay, well, they just put them all in a row. Okay, so this has amber, taif rose, oud, black currant, raspberry, pink pepper, lang lang, Bulgarian rose, jasmine, incense, sandalwood, patchouli, lavender, leather, and musk. So many things that I really like. So let's see. And let me tell you, when I opened up this one, I did smell. Yes, Estee Lauder is definitely old money. This is, Estee Lauder. Now they have another one called Wood Mystique. Alicia got a serious collection over here. She be low key. She got a collection over here. Cause I be saying so. She be like, yeah, I like that one. I got it. I'm like, okay, Miss Alicia. Okay, okay. Now out the box, I could smell it. And it's smelling pretty tasty to me. I just got it all over my finger. Oh yeah, yeah. This is a good one. I think this was like 60 some dollars. So it was within my under 100. Yeah, this is nice. This is very me. This is very me. This is oody. This is incensey. It's got a little rose in it. It's got a little florals going on. Got that taif rose in it. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. Oh yeah. This is something people ain't talking about. Oh, I guess this will be in my you need to try. Yeah. I guess I would be doing a underhyped thing again. But yeah, this is I have to see how it plays on the skin, but it's pretty. It kind of reminds me similar. It's like on the lines of like Santal Royal, um, some other ones I have. It's like in that kind of like that Emerald Oud After Dark. It's kind of in that vibe. It's vibing with the oud and the incense and ah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's vibing. It's vibey. It's vibey. It's vibey. Okay. And the last one in the five. This is now, okay, so I was on Fragrantica and I was looking at the news and looking at new stuff that was coming out, right? And I saw this and I said, ooh. And I don't know why I said ooh, because I don't have the original one. This is a flanker of something that's kind of popular, but I don't have it. But I saw this and I said, oh, this might be interesting to get. And this is Givenchy L'Entrée Intense. This just came out in 2020, a few months ago. Looked it up. There ain't nobody really talked about it. So I was like, okay, let's get it. It's got a little red in here. Okay. So yeah, I got this one. Let me put these boxes because they're in my way. Let me move the boxes. So I got this because I don't know. I don't know what happened. Let me just be honest. I don't know what happened. I just wound up with it. So I don't know. For some reason, I was just like, "Oh, I think this. It sounds good," even though I don't have the original, which everyone loves. It gets really rave reviews. Because it's a tuberose and it's a very sexy tuberose. Now I've never smelled the original. This is by Dominique Ropillon, and it's three people, but Dominique Ropillon right away. I like his stuff. Right, and so it's really, huh? So yeah, it's just a really pretty, just really beautiful black sleek bottle. So yeah, this came out in 2020. You stroked out. What's going on? Who blacked out? I'm confused. Stroke blacked out. What's going on? Are you just talking about this? Don't be scaring me, girl. Okay. So, and I've tried this on my skin already. It's got a really beautiful spray. Don't you like a good spray? Just be like, shh. Hi, Zoe. Oh, okay. I did black out. You're right. Okay. So, and okay, so I saw the notes. So let me tell you how this went down. I saw the notes. The top note is black pepper. Middle notes are tuberose, orange blossom, and sesame. The base notes are vetiver, patchouli, and vanilla. I got it. Okay, it did. It happened. So now when I saw it, I said, "Oh, that might be interesting." And then for some reason, I just went further into it, and because this just came out in 2020, it's not on. I found it on eBay. So I found it on eBay for about $80. So I was like, "Okay, it's $80. I should get it." I want to try. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened in that moment because it's not. Like I said, I don't even have the original L'Entrée, but I was like, "Ooh, but I want this one." So anyway, it's got a little. It is very tuberosy, very white floral. Definitely that. Definitely has a sweetness to it. Not quite bubblegummy, but on the verge of bubblegummy. It is really, really pretty. It's a very sexy. This has a little mystery to it. It's like it's kind of it's got a little, and I've tried it on my skin, and this shit is intense. Let me just tell you now, this is intense. It stays on you. Don't this has some longevity in it, and it's got some stuff going on. Um, but it is really pretty. I was high, Zoe. I was Zoe. I was wondering how the sesame was gonna play because quite honestly, I've had sesame oil and it can really they must have put a very tiny amount because sesame oil can take over a fragrance really easy. It really does. You have to be really, really very um very slight with it. So I can see where Sleepless in Chicago, right? Um, I can see where where there is a little sesame, but it's not so much that it's overpowering the scent. But it's definitely a white floral. Definitely get the tuberose and the orange blossom. Not quite bubblegummy, but still very sweet. Really sexy, really mysterious. It's the whole bottle just says, "I'm mysterious. You want to know who I am." So there we have it. So that's happening right there. So yeah, L'Entrée by Givenchy. This is the intense version. I'm saying yeah. I'm saying yeah to this one. It's it's real sexy. It's just, I mean, this is really seductive. I mean, just the bottle alone, it has a little masculine quality, but then it's just super feminine. This is a feminine, very feminine fragrance. So boom, there we go. We got that. Now I got a scent box too that just came today. So let me just see what this is. This is I decided, at some point you need to try some shit before you just go on and buy it. Because we know that I have a tendency to buy some stuff and then be like, yeah, okay, so what I'm buying it. So this is Memoir by Amouage. This is Memoir Woman by Amouage. This is one of the ones I want. And I was just going to blind buy it. But I saw it on Simbox and I said, well, go ahead and try it out. So this has cardamom, mandarin orange, pink pepper, and wormwood on the top. Mid notes are clove, incense, pepper, woodsy notes, jasmine, rose, and white flowers. Base is musk, labdanum, oak moss, styrex, and leather. So it's kind of like a sheeper. And I have not sprayed this yet. I just got it. It's the sheeper, yeah. Oh yeah, hit the light. Ooh, ooh, she's nice. Definitely balsamic. But what it has is similar to like things like Amber Mystique and everything, but there's a lightness to it. Where Amber Mystique is dark and she's dark, she's that. This one has a certain lightness to the fragrance that is quite exhilarating. So it's like the incensey balsamic. It's got that spiciness to it, but it also has a brightness to it. Interesting. I like it. I'm gonna have to try it on my skin and see how it goes. Cause again, it's already on my list. I got like 3 Amouages that I've tried that I still need to get, and then a couple more that I might just blind buy. So I have 5 full bottles of Amouage right now. There's about 6 or 7 I want, but I'm just hey, when I get it, I get it. If I do it, Anyway, That was all that to say. That might be on the list, depending on how it smells on my skin. So that is part one of the agenda. We've gone through this. Now let me tell you about my work meltdown. Unless y'all don't want to hear about it. But before I start the work meltdown, one more thing I've added to the agenda because I'm trying to have an agenda in my head. So here's what we got to do. I am going to be changing the way I do my lives. I've been seeing everybody using StreamYard, and so now I'm actually going to get off of my phone doing my lives and using oh, okay. And using my computer. But I still wanted to have this clearness of this, and I wanted to still be sitting right here where I sit. So I've got a new webcam coming. So we'll be testing it out this week. It should be here tomorrow. A nice webcam because I'm gonna be have to use my laptop to do StreamYard, but I wanted to come through the webcam, and I got to figure this out how I'm going to be able to still watch the chat and everything, because I saw people using it, and how am I, the queen of lives, not using the best technology? So I'm going to use it because I've been seeing people using it, and you can like pop people's comments up so you can see it on the screen and shit. So I really want to play with that one because the world needs to see it's the weather is kind of messed up here. Oh, the weather is, this Chicago, Jenny. So right now the weather has been kind of cool here in Chicago. So it's like that change of weather kind of vibe. Um, because it's in the 60s. It's been in the 60s and rainy for the last few days. Like it's been really raining here. Not as bad as some places, but we have been getting quite a bit of rain, and the temperature has been down. So like low 70s in the 60s, and it wasn't so bad today, but the other day it was super breezy, so it was cold. Yeah, right. It's been like really low. So okay, so that's one thing I'm gonna be doing. Right, so that's one thing I will be doing. So in the next ones that come up, it will be a little, I don't know how it's gonna work. It might be a little janky with the lives because I'm gonna be trying a new system to see how I can make this work. But anyway, because the issue is gonna be having the laptop and then having the that right here and being, I don't know. We'll see how it works. I kind of think I'm gonna use my phone. I don't know. I gotta work out the logistics. Okay, so here is how the meltdown happened. So let me, I said, I was like first like, should I talk about it? Yeah, exactly. So because sometimes people need to just really see some of the shit that Michelle says in these comments. So, um, so, um, so anyway, let me get back. So, before I go to sleep, because I got to be up in a little while. Okay. So, the, teaching online is challenging. Let me just put that out. It is challenging if you've never done it. And there's things that you have to think about, the logistics, the mechanics, the application, things like being interactive with the students, stuff like that, things like that. So that has been an ongoing issue with my school. Now, one of the biggest issues is that leadership has lost their fucking minds. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's not about what they're talking about, and what they're harping on and pushing is not what we as teachers need to do, what we need to talk about. Yeah, they really were. And the thing is like, we need to work on things like how to create interactive worksheets, how to work with apps that work with Google Classroom and the Google Suite and stuff. We need to be working on those. We need to be practicing how to do, those type of things. So we've had meeting after meeting after meeting, and it's about whatever. Yeah, Jenny, exactly. And exactly. So, and so with this, I swear to you, they have been inundating us with deliverables and deadlines and shit. And it has become quite overwhelming. And I've been frustrated because we had a week of fucking PDs, professional development meetings, and nothing really spoke on really teaching. And now we're in class and they're harping on shit but not taking into account the actuality of doing this shit online. For instance, let me give you a for instance, because y'all ain't never done this. You know what I'm saying? We are in unprecedented learning times, and this type of learning we haven't done on this level. We weren't even doing online. So like for instance, we have to take attendance during class. They want us to do it within the first 10 minutes of class, which is fine. But when you take attendance and you're on Zoom, unless you have another screen, and I do have another monitor, but I haven't hooked it up because I need to get another table because I need more space, whatever. But if you're on your laptop, say you're on your laptop and you got your Zoom class going, well, if you're going to take attendance, you have to go into actually the internet, right? And what happens is that your Zoom screen minimizes. So Zoom is here, and if you try, and you can minimize your screen so it's over here, but once you hit and go into and open up another screen, like you're going just open up you're on a tab, it minimizes all the way down and you can't see anything. So now they can see you, you can hear them, but you can't see what's happening. I'm saying that because you have a waiting room, and you have to admit people into your class because of course Zoom has, you need to do that because of the trolls they were having issues with. So anyway, their thing is now, you can't have anybody waiting in the waiting room for, they shouldn't be in there for more than a minute. So I have gotten, like my principal has sent me messages, emailing me, called my fucking phone, because I didn't admit a student within a minute, but I was actually taking attendance, so I couldn't see them because I was taking fucking attendance like I'm supposed to fucking do. So those are the kind of things that they are fucking annoying about. And it's like, And so the other thing is that we need them to have their name on their Zoom, because I don't know, some of y'all have seen, I'm sure some of you all seen this, where people are coming into Zooms, so what'll happen is, yes, exactly. And so but the thing is, when you set up the two windows, when you go do that, it minimizes Zoom all the way down. So you really need, in order to do it and be able to see everything, you need two monitors. I actually have bought a monitor, but like I said, I haven't set it up because I need to, my table that I ordered never showed up. So now I have to order a new one, right? So that's going on. So then the other thing is they don't want them in. So now I've had some people come in with iPhone on. Now we're not supposed to admit them without a real name because of the issue when we was admitting some of them. That that's, remember I told y'all about, I don't know if I told you all that we had I don't know I didn't know I let somebody in with a different name and it wasn't on my roster or whatever, and I wasn't, and as suck my dick bitch, some shit they said, right? This is what happened. So now we're not supposed to let them in if they don't have their name. So I've had a couple of people with iPhone. Now it's one boy in particular that I know is him, but it's because something's wrong with his iPhone. He comes in on his iPhone and then he can put his name in, but it doesn't show up in the waiting room. It's crazy. But anyway, so he was in my waiting room. So I sent him a message like, what's your name? So I knew what his name was so I could let him in. Well, I guess his mama got all upset. She ain't letting him in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm saying, what's your damn name? And my principal was emailing me about it. Well, honey, do you I'm in class. That's nice you're emailing me, but I can't look at emails while I'm trying to talk to children. I'm supposed to be fucking teaching. So then she calls me, and you need to. So that's the things. It's like um the mechanics of this shit, y'all don't understand it because you have never had to do it. So calm the fuck down and stop acting like we're just not doing our job. You know, this is the shit. You know, there's shit logistics. So that's been going on. So then we had a PD today, and we had 2 hours with no break in between, just 2 fucking straight hours they had us on here. And they're going on and on and on and on and on about, shit. I mean, just real talk. It was, it was just this whole thing, and we need you, it was pretty much talking about how, right, exactly. Y'all didn't give me, I got a laptop. They gave us some things. They called themselves giving us some things, but they really weren't the things that we kind of needed. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna give me a monitor, so I bought my own monitor and things like that. But and the only reason why I understood I needed another monitor was because of B, because B has 2 monitors for her job, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I should get another monitor. That's how I wound up with 2 monitors. So anyway, we're in this meeting. Now the thing is, when we're in these meetings, the one great thing about Zoom is that we could talk shit to each other throughout the meeting because we can text each other. We can text on our phones and stuff. So so we're in this meeting, and now and then we got lesson. We have to do lesson plans, and I wish I could show you this lesson plan template. It is insane. It is insane, and it's even gonna get more insane when I really go into it. So it's like just so much we have to do in these lesson plans, which has been driving people crazy too. Because I have literally, and I'm not a fucking master teacher, I'm not in leadership, but I have gotten calls, I've gotten texts, we talk like, I'm struggling, this is rough, but no one has felt like they could say anything because most of the leadership has been like, they don't want to hear it, and you don't want to put that target on your back. Because if you say it, it's a whole lot of people might be thinking it, but they're not gonna say that shit, and then you put the target on your back. Right? Oh wow. And so that's a good one. We might have to do that. And so it's like, so then we're in this meeting, and it goes on and on and on, and it's about how they're gonna observe us and evaluate us and all this other bullshit. But it's really not discussing what everybody wants to talk about, which is, things like how. And so then one of the things now they're really pushing is small group instruction, which means differentiating your instruction during your class. Now, as a diverse learning teacher, right, exactly, Michelle, exactly, that's me. So, but I don't say anything in the full staff meetings. I just sit there. I sit there like this. Most of the time I'm sitting there like this, right? So for me and like the diverse learning team, that's what we have to do anyway. So talking about small group instruction is not that, nothing new for us, because that's what you have to do, because you are going to have different levels in your class. So I automatically know, okay, I do that. I have to check and say, okay, these over here, they're gonna need this work. These over here, they're gonna need this work because they're more advanced. This one, they're struggling. We can put, so now they want them to do small group, which really a lot of teachers haven't really done. A lot of general ed teachers just teach, right? Just teach. They got their subject, they teach it. Well, now they want them to do that. And so but they talked about doing small groups for approximately 5 minutes at the very end. So everything else was, and then like they had us do, oh my God, it's one of the one things I cannot stand. Right, exactly. That safe space shit is bullshit. So we had to have a group thing to do and present, during the 2 hour meeting. I hate them shits where they make us, oh, read this and then you're gonna do this and then to synthesize this information. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that irritates me. But I can be irritated, you know. And so then they say, oh, by the way, the lesson plans have been modified a little bit, and you're gonna have to do this. We modified them, and this is how we need you all to do them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, fine, whatever, fine, whatever. So then we had that meeting, right? Um, so then we go into my meeting with my actual bosses, because this is the general staff, but because I'm in diverse learning, we work with a different we got different bosses. So we go into our meeting, which is actually kind of like more of our safe space, because my actual boss, y'all, everybody loves her, because she's one of them people. Like, for instance, we did summer school, right? Now I work with her, so I know her style. They don't necessarily work. The other teachers who did summer school didn't really work with her. And like she told me, she said, "Listen, I hired you because I know you can do this. Listen, if you need some help, but this is what I need to happen in the next 4 weeks. I trust you to do it. I'm not going to micromanage you. I got other things to do. I trust you. If you need me, I'm here for you. All right, see you." And that was her approach. and and we got it done. We got it done. And that's the way, because we're fucking adults. And if an adult needs to be, then give it to them. But don't make everybody go through the shit. So anyway, we get in our meeting. And I'm not saying shit because I'm swallowing, but it's hard for me to swallow when I'm really irritated. You know, I'm really, it's hard for me to hold that shit in for too long, because it's just like, it just starts hurting me. And so I've been really frustrated and overwhelmed. Real talk, like, I've never been this, I'm already shaky about how I'm going to approach teaching. And then all this extra shit. Like, I mean, literally, I haven't done some mandated reporter things that I should have had done, that is like mandatory to do. And I got to get them done this weekend because I totally forgot about them. And I asked somebody else, I said, did you do that shit? Because we have to do it every year. There's certain things you have to do every year. Just, like mandated reporter training, chronic illness. And it's the same shit every time, but you still have to do it. I done forgot all about it, so I gotta get it done this weekend. It should have been done almost 3 weeks ago. That's how it's been, because normally I just breeze through that shit. So we get into our meeting. Oh, no. See, now with the internet issues, now we've been told that if you're having internet issues, you have to make an appointment to be in the school, because then they want you to come to school and do your work, because they like you can come sit in your classroom, and I ain't doing that shit with them either. So so then I was like, so then our coach, she's talking to us, and then she says, well, she fixed this template the way they wanted it for us, and now we need to go back and rewrite the lesson plan we did for next week, which was due this week. It's due the week before, that I needed to go ahead, that we needed to redo it. And I said, so wait a minute, let me get this straight. We're not going forward with this template. We have to go back and do it, because there's some metrics that we have to do every day. And they want us to put this in this template form, because they've got these formulas that's going to show us that we ain't doing shit right, or whatever the fuck they want to say. So anywho, let me keep going. And I'm trying, and then finally I said, I got something to say. I said, let me just get it out. So I started talking. I said, I'm frustrated, I'm overwhelmed, and I really did melt down. Like, I mean, like, for real melted down. For real melted down. Like, I was like, the deliverables. I'm sorry, I was like, every time we turn around, we get deliverables. We all struggling with them, and y'all adding on more to this. I said, because what I started, I said, you know, it seems like, leadership got all these ideas for us to do shit and want us to execute all these things, but have never had to do it themselves. So you can't possibly know how this is going to work. Right? You know, you don't possibly, and here's the thing, Jenny, you said that about, writing it off. We're technically not even going to be, especially because they pretty much know that we probably, not right now. CPS is saying schools are online for the first quarter, but we kind of prepare not to go back. You know, it, we probably ain't going back second quarter either. So they've already said that what SQRP is the school rating system, that they probably ain't gonna do SQRP like they didn't do it last year, because they couldn't do it last year because of the pandemic, and more than likely they will not do it this year because this is all new and they don't nobody know what the fuck they doing. So I just said, and I said, you keep coming with these deliverables and expectations that have nothing to do with what we're supposed to be doing, which is teaching kids. And yeah, that's fine to have all these numbers or all these metrics, but you're expecting us to make this all happen and teach on the same level that we were teaching before or better for some. I said this is unrealistic and it's putting too much pressure on us. And we ain't even 4 weeks into school and we're burning out. And I just was going on and on, and I could see people in, the others, yeah, shaking their heads and everything, and and then and I mean, I was so upset. I started crying. I was like, and understand, this is tears of frustration. This ain't because I'm, and I was like, and if you know me, and I said, y'all know me well enough to, most of you know me well enough to know that it takes a lot to get me to this point. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot because I'm pretty mellow and I can make some shit happen and I'm gonna figure it out and I'm okay, I'm good. I said, but this is becoming too much. I said, this is affecting my health. I said, I'm waking up, my stomach is rolling. It's like all messing with me. I said, now I don't, that's not the way I live my life. I said, I have issues. I said, there's too much stress on my body and I can hemorrhage. I said, I can't do this like this. So I'm just like letting it all out. And everybody's going, yes, and yes, and yes. And then one guy, which was so surprising, he was like, yeah, he said, I just feel like, and he's pretty, chill and like, jokes around and stuff. He was like, yeah, I've been thinking maybe this ain't for me. Maybe I need to go and put my resume back out. So my boss was like, hold up, and she just was like, no, let me just tell y'all jobs are not on the line. I hired you for a reason. And that's something that we need to hear, because on the gen ed level, no, let me tell you what's gonna happen. This motherfucker's gonna lie on these kids, and these kids aren't necessarily gonna learn, because these people are gonna be so fearful for their jobs that they're going to give them higher grades than they deserve just to get people off their back. So that being said, so we had that moment, which was, my boss was like, this is here, and that's my whole thing, Jenny. They ain't giving us support. Y'all want all this shit to happen, but we not getting any support, or it's just like, oh, it's gonna be okay. Oh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be. If I hear it, I said, if I hear that shit one more time, oh, it's gonna be okay, motherfucker. You ain't doing this shit, so it's okay to you, because all you're doing is telling us, writing down some shit and coming up with some brainstorming and coming up with some way you think we should do some shit, but you ain't got to implement it. And then you throw it at us and say, now implement this shit, and don't. But we have no support or no backup or no training at all. We've not been trained on how to do any of this stuff. Like I was telling them, I said, one of the things I figured out from what we've done already, I need to learn how. I have to do interactive worksheets. So I've looked it up. I'm about to do them over this weekend, because worksheets are hard to do PDF form. You can't give a kid a PDF. Right? Oh no. And the thing is, Jenny, the interesting thing is when we in their meetings, sometimes they fuck up. They shit don't always work right. But the other thing is, even when that happens, they have backup because, like, say for instance, they got to admit people into the meeting, I guess, but there's other people there. If my principal's there, there's this person there's in leadership that's co-hosting, so they can let people in. So you already got backup in your room, and sometimes y'all don't get that shit right. Okay, so I did that. So now they have our content area meetings, the PLCs, late after lunch. And we're in there, and so the little girl, she's the new content, she's the math master teacher after 1 year of teaching, but whatever. Yeah, we don't get paid for overtime. I gotta do all this shit. Okay. So then we so then this is all happening, and then what time is it? Oh yeah, we're going to sleep in a few. So we go into the PLC, and then she's telling us, oh well, see, I was doing some things, and so she's showing us the lesson plan template and things that we must make that they want to see in the lesson plan template. Now the first thing that I'm gonna tell you, that was like, well, the one thing, but here's what happened, the big thing. They want us to write out basically a script of our lessons every day. Think about that. So when we do our lesson plans, there's a whole section where we're supposed to script out everything we're going to say during class. I am so fucking serious. And now, they want us to do check for understandings throughout the lesson. Okay. They want us to tell them at least one check for understanding, how we're going to approach it, because we're supposed to tell, like, for this lesson, oh yeah, it's insane. For this lesson, what are some misconceptions you think could come up? Like, for instance, exactly. And so one of the things, like, say for instance, I'm teaching, hey Kristen. Yeah, we screenwriters now. So one of the things they want, but they were kind of going this way before, and I wouldn't do it. Right. And so they said, so for check for understanding, so like for instance, I'm teaching, don't give no, I'm giving, I'm doing adding and subtracting of, positive and negative integers, which is something that all these kids struggle with, especially without a calculator. And they need to know how to do these type of things for standardized testing, because the PSAT has a section with no calculators. So I make sure my kids know basic math in order to get, because that's one of the main, you can't do basic math, you are never going to do well on that part of the test. So say for instance, I'm doing that. So one of the misconceptions I understand immediately is that a larger negative number, like minus 14 plus 5, they always struggle with that. So because, teaching, that's the barrier in that particular, that's one of the barriers. So I'm supposed to say, okay, this is one of the misconceptions I know I'm going to deal with. And then I have to tell them, how am I going to check for understanding? And then tell them where in my lesson I'm going to use this particular thing about this misconception. So in our meeting, finally, some people was like, this is kind of ridiculous. And I said, so how long are we supposed to be working on lesson plans, doing this shit? You know what I'm saying? You want us, now we're not doing 5 days. We are doing 4 days. But 4 days of scripting out a 1 hour lesson, that's hours of work. And it's like, and motherfucking well, ain't none of y'all had to do that. You never did this. None of you people in leadership ever did this, and you were good, and you were an okay teacher. Well, not everybody, because I know one of them actually didn't really teach them home. But you know what I'm saying? You taught, and you never did that shit, and you were a pretty good teacher. So why the fuck do you make us want us to do that? Exactly. Thank you. No, hell no, they ain't script their meetings. So that. So, that's frustrating the fuck out of people. Now, what I did hear is in the ELA, which is the English language and history, yeah, they went in. They actually kind of was like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? They kind of got into it with them today. So it was like mutiny day up in there. Because people are tired. You know, yeah, listen, you always outline your lesson plans. You know what I'm saying? When I write out my lesson plans, and I'm not the best lesson plan writer, but they gave us, if you give me a template and say, okay, this is focus instruction. Like we used to have one that was really simple. Do now. What's your do now? What's your focus instruction? What's your exit ticket? Anything like remediation. What are you going to do with that? That was real simple for me to do. It was basic stuff. And then that's what I would say. Right. Well, see, and that's the thing. You're supposed to be able to move around, but they still want you out. Girl, it don't make no damn sense. So that made sense. So, I would say do now. Okay, I'm going to do 3 problems like this because we're going to be reviewing this. We're going to do this type of problem. Now, first off, it was like, you need to write down your problems. I said, I'm not going to do that because usually I don't write my problems till right before class. So sorry. No, I'm not going to do that. But I mean, I could have done it. That ain't that hard. And like focus instruction, I would have my bullet points in there. We're going to talk about this, and the other. And that's how that's what you need to know. What am I planning on hitting in this lesson? Telling you, good morning, class. What the fuck? Are you insane? So it's like, okay, so we're going to start talking about, and first off, I don't really, you kind of like know your talking points and work from there. I don't work, and that's why I told myself I don't work like that. I don't work like that. I don't, and even then you could say no questions because you could say, okay, this is time for y'all to write notes. When we're done with notes, you can do this. You know what I'm saying? But I don't work like that. I just don't. I know I know what my end result is, and I make it to that end result. And I know I'm gonna hit this, and the other. Like I know today I'm going to be doing some, adding and subtracting positive and negative integers. So we're gonna start with addition. Then we're gonna do a subtraction. Then I'm gonna talk about the tricky part of it, which is dealing with larger negative numbers. Stuff like that. I understand that. That's what I'm going to get through. And that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to tell you how I'm going to say it because I don't know how I'm going to say it at that moment, but I know what I'm going to teach them. I know what they're going to learn today. And that's why it's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? And so but it's like they're frustrating people to the point that I promise you, if it looks like we're going to do online teaching next year, there will be a lot of people looking for new jobs at the end of this year. I promise you. I can promise you it'll be a lot of people. If they continue on like this, there's going to be a lot of people looking for jobs because it's just like, I don't know. Because I'll be honest with you. I was like, I could probably, if I could find a work from home situation, fuck it. I'll just go get another job because hell, if it's a job that's working from home, hell, all right then. I can set myself up. Yes, they are micromanaging. And part of the reason why they're micromanaging, Jenny, is because they really don't have as much work to do. They really don't have as much work to do. Because when we're in the building, they got to put out fires. They have other things that will pull them away. Well, you don't have a lot of that. The discipline isn't as intense because we're online. So now they got to find something to do with themselves. And what they're going to do is drive motherfuckers crazy daily. And then the other thing they're on is like the cameras. They need to have their cameras on. And if they have their cameras on and they have it facing the ceiling, that's not like having their cameras on. We need to see their faces, la, la, la. Now, technically, we can't force them to turn on their cameras. but we're supposed to figure out how to incentivize it so that they'll turn on their cameras. And if you not and if you don't have at least 80% of your class with their cameras on with it, then that's against, they're gonna take that against you and shit. It's like y'all just finding ways to say people ain't doing a fucking job to make you feel like you got your job. It's confusing. Right, you would think so, Jay. But no, that's not the way. That's not it. It's not it. Oh, and then let me tell you, and I had now let me tell you two things. The principal says she wants us to sign up for these 15-minute one-on-ones, a check-in meeting. I already said I ain't doing that shit. Fuck you. I don't need to check in. I don't need to check in. I'm not doing it. Then, oh, and then the other thing I told them in my meeting, I told them, and let me tell you what y'all gonna hear from them in Gen Ed. I said in our PDs, I don't do the surveys. Right? Exactly. And that is my point, Michelle. And some of these kids are using their phone. And it's just a lot. So so I told them, I said, I don't turn in the surveys because after every PD they give us these surveys they want us to fill out. And I told them, I said, they're gonna say to y'all soon that I don't ever fill out a survey. And I said, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't fill out a survey. I said, because the first question is my name. The first question is my name. That's exactly the issues, Michelle. And so I said we need to come up with some backgrounds. And so I said, I said, the first thing you ask me is my name. They ask is our name in these surveys. And I said, and I'm not going to give it. And I said, and the only way to have an unbiased, honest survey is to not ask people for identifying information like their names. Because if you asking for their names, you're not going to get an honest response. And therefore, this is some bullshit. So I'm not going to do it. I said, I'm not going to do these surveys. I'm not. I said, so until they take our names off, until they stop requiring our names on our surveys, I will not do them. I said, because I can promise you, people are lying on the surveys. Because they don't want that target on their head. So they're not going to tell the truth. They're going to say something that they're going to do the party line. Fuck you, I'm not doing them. I said, so you will get that message. I'm sure that at some point they're going to notice. Because I am so anti now. And somebody said, yeah, I've noticed you've been quiet. Because I'm like, I am so fuck you that when we in the meetings and they be like, put it in the chat, this, and the other, I don't type shit. I'm like, fuck y'all. I'm like, I'm not typing how I feel. How are you feeling today? Good morning. I'm not saying a motherfucking thing. I'm here. You see my face. It's on camera. You better be glad I ain't drinking a fucking cocktail or smoking a blunt. Because right now, I don't even smoke blunts, but they make a motherfucker want to smoke blunts now. So fuck you. And that's where I am on all that shit. I'm like, fuck y'all. Kiss my ass. And so I know they're gonna say some shit about it. I know they're gonna say some shit about it. Like, and then but I know it's eventually going, because I know, like they say, put something in the chat. I look at that shit out type of motherfucking thing. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm here. That's all you're gonna get. You're gonna get my presence. That's all you get in a day. Fuck y'all. And so yeah. And I'm gonna keep doing that because I'm just not listen. The only reason why I won't, Michelle, but I'll probably start drinking on Wednesdays. Actually, I have been, I ain't gonna lie, I have drunk. I ain't gonna lie. I had cocktails one day. It was at the end of the day, I was like, fuck this, I'm cocktailing this shit up because this is too much. Hey, girl, what you doing up this? We're just talking about teaching and the stupid shit. No, I will not pop off. I promise you, Jenny. I'll be on mute. I'll be looking at shit. The one thing I do like about Zoom meetings is that they can't see what I'm doing other than this. They can see my head looking down. And that's it. And I'll just be like, I'll be looking at shit. I'll be on Facebook and everything. So Hi D. So we're talking about and what you doing up? You at work? Beauty Medic. Beauty Medic does perfume stuff too. So in case you're looking for somebody different to watch, adding to cart. Forget you, Michelle. I am not adding to cart. Then I'll be like, look, I'd be doing all kind of stuff. Yeah. We're talking about the my what they expect us to do as teachers in my school. So, and the things that I won't do now. But the thing is, there's this like it's like this underlying mutiny coming up. So like as people say shit, because I heard it went down in the other meeting. I was like, ooh, I wish I had been in that one. That people just get tired. They're getting tired. And like I said, we're not even 4 weeks into school, and you have burnt us all out. So how are we gonna make it through the rest of this year if you are driving us crazy now? How many open cards do I have? Actually, I don't think I have any because I don't have it. I don't have any right now. Nope, I don't. I cleared them all out. Yeah, I cleared them all out for now. And that don't mean I don't be screenshotting shit that I might want, but I cleared out all my cards. But I do that. But that happens periodically because one day I might say, "Oh, that looks good. Maybe how much would that cost me?" Then I go, "Oh, I don't want that one. Oh, I like some other stuff because I still haven't bought up all my surgical time." Um, yeah. Listen, the texting be going down because I be getting texts from all kind of people. We be, do you see the stupid shit we doing? So that's what happens throughout the meetings. That's why I be like having my head down, and then I be having to put my head down sometimes because they be making me laugh because like we'll be talking shit about people like, why don't they shut up? I hate their voice. We do have those conversations going on too. I'm like, shut your ass up. So so tomorrow, yeah. And then they're gonna do these virtual walkthroughs. So this is what they think they were doing last year, where it would be like you could be in class teaching, and like four people could come in your class. I kid you not. It would be like four kids would just. I mean, four people would come in to evaluate you. And so that's what they're planning to do virtually. So it'll be like you're in your class, and then you're going to see all these people in your Zoom. You're going to see all these people you need to admit, and they want to come in and sit in and watch. I don't give a fuck though. See, the thing was is that honestly, I didn't get a lot of those because for the people who know, I had my little secret classroom. So they would always forget about me when they was doing shit like that. They could be trying to go to every classroom. I wouldn't have to worry. Yes, you have to let them in, and you have to let them in. You have to let them in. So yeah, because they're going to be doing their virtual walkthroughs to evaluate you. And see, my thing is, they shouldn't even be evaluating like that for this time. Now, I mean, I could see them coming into the classrooms, but to really evaluate us when we're still trying to understand and get our feet on solid ground on online teaching, because like I've already had an evaluation, and I was like, are you fucking I want to say, are you kidding me? It was like Monday I had my first evaluation, and we just really started teaching content last Thursday, but I'm already being evaluated. And and I'm still shaky, and I'm still trying to figure out how to work with the systems, and all this stuff. I teach freshman math. I teach freshman algebra. So I'm like, right, coaching, yes, yeah, but we're getting evaluations because I got my first, informal evaluation, and I'm like, it's like, because I'm not in, we still trying to get comfortable. I'm still trying to figure out sometimes how am I going to teach. Like I need to like pull out my document camera and figure out, okay, this is how I'm going to teach them. This is what I'm going to do. So like today, I think I'm just going to pull out the document camera and show them how to do this stuff and everything. Um, and I have to do some stuff so where they were gonna do some work, and I gotta do like when I'm doing it, then I have to take this off. Then I gotta look at their responses. There's a lot involved, and it's like, oh, okay, okay, and I don't quite know how to do it all, but I gotta make sure this all happens. And you want to evaluate me and tell me I need to do this, this, and the other, which I would normally do in class because I'm in a space that I'm comfortable in. So, because it was like, well, you need to do more check for understandings. I'm just trying to make sure I get the damn lesson done and make sure I click the screen right and make sure because like with me using Pear Deck, yeah, like honestly, talking to them on screen is not a big deal to me. It's just the other stuff. Like the other thing is, we have to deal with the fact that it's technology, and we're doing technology. We're technology driven now. And yeah, oh yeah, I don't do little kids because I can't cuss out little kids. Um and I really can't cuss them out now because we on Zoom, so I have to watch myself. So I got 12 likes. I'm gonna need some more likes. It's 31 people in here. It's late night. I'm about to go to sleep. Oh yeah, it's 2:28. Y'all got 2 minutes. Oh, it's 2:30. I gotta go. I got to go. I gotta get some sleep. I gotta be up at 6. So let me get off of here so I can get up and start my day. But yeah, so that's how the meltdown happened. And stay tuned. It might not be my meltdowns, but it's gonna be some more meltdowns. It's gonna be some more meltdowns. It's gonna be some more meltdowns at my school. And and I will give, yeah. Mothers, the parents should, and actually I think I've actually heard there has been a parent that came on and popped off on somebody already. That's already happened. Yep, it's already happened. Because now the parents like, I'm gonna be enhancing. Shut up. You didn't give damn. You didn't care that much about their damn shit before. I need more likes. All right, so let me get out of here. Good night, y'all. Good night, y'all. Uh, y'all have a great night. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Get a little rest. Get up and get back into it. It was good seeing y'all. Have a great night. For the people who are working, have a good night at work. Michelle, D, have a good night at work. Everybody else, let's just go on and go to sleep for a while. Let's get some sleep, y'all. Let's get a little sleep. See you later.